in Super Bowl 63 in that final frame after this timeout. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Mahomes now on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
It'll be a gain of 5, and 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Harris, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone, and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. 120 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off the bootleg, Dawson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he wisely will throw that one away. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. They'll set up a throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. That swung out wide to Harris. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. From the 31, Mahomes. That's into the hand. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Henry up the middle, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 144 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Henry again on 2nd down. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now. The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair. Because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in the red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Dawson. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His 2nd second touchdown of this Super Bowl. So the folks in New York just